morning, everyone, and welcome to the Bozard Ford studio for the St. Johns County show that's on in the morning. We have activists putting pressure on the horse carriage industry. New Ponte Vedra concert hall opens up to the media. A dog attack ratchets up tensions over Airbnb rentals, and a man used fake email accounts to scam away $2 million. We'll get to all that and more, but first we want to thank Bozard Ford. Since 1949, Bozard Ford Lincoln has been more than just a dealership. It's a local legacy built on trust, family values, and a commitment to doing things the right way. Proudly serving St. Augustine and beyond for over 75 years, Bozard offers award-winning service, unbeatable selection, and a state-of-the-art facility with 91 climate-controlled service bays, a quick lane for no appointment-needed maintenance, and even Ford's Garage restaurant right there on site. Recognized with the Triple Crown Award and President's Awards, Bozard Ford Lincoln is where hometown service meets national excellence. Great pricing, friendly faces, and a better buying experience are just off I-95 and State Road 16. Bozard Ford Lincoln, they are driven to inspire. Also, a big shout out to all of our amazing sponsors. We've got Fidus Roofing, Old Town Trolley, Bin 39 Wine Bar, B&S Signs, Chiba Hut Toasted Subs, St. Augie's Pizza, Chris Lucero Bail Bonds, and St. Augustine Handy Houses. Support all of our wonderful sponsors, and you can support us with your likes, comments, and shares. Find us on YouTube and help us reach our goal of 2,000 subscribers. You can also follow us on Rumble. Facebook stars are amazing, and our app is back in the Apple App Store. Good morning, fellas.
Hey, happy Thursday.
How are we doing today? You look very, picnic ready. Summer
Hello, my
picnic
baby. Hello, my darling.
I feel like that. Chic.
I feel like that frog.
Yeah, I can see that.
Kicking my leg up.
Well, you were just at the concert hall. You got that energy in you now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have a cane?
I do.
Not with you.
Not with me.
All right. How you doing, Blake?
Hello.
Hey.
There you go.
Sorry,
There's the frog.
I just try my best to find the frog as fast as possible.
Nice. You did good.
Thank you.
How you doing today, Blake?
Why did I turn off my microphone as soon as I said, yeah, I'm doing great? I guess it was like automatic reflex because I always had my microphone off. So it was like, okay, mute myself.
Yeah. When I would have to produce in there, I would just stay really, really quiet because I was terrible at remembering to unmute myself. So I would just be very, very quiet.
Yeah. So no, it happens. I mean, you guys are back there doing different things, making sure every camera's right, and
pushing all the buttons.
That's why I don't do that part.
It's fun to be in the production booth as long as everything's working, and it's really, really stressful if anything breaks.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
Anything.
And all it takes is one little thing. Mm-hmm. Rebecca went in there to clean, and I was like, no,
no touching. Yeah.
So it has nothing to do with her. Yeah. I don't go in there.
Yeah.
I asked Blake to give me stuff out of there. I don't go in that room because I don't want to be the reason something doesn't work.
It's intense to be in that room. There was definitely an area of influence that I would touch, and that was it. I wouldn't touch anything else, or else I'd have to call somebody and to have them talk me through how to fix it.
Mm-hmm. That still happens.
Yeah. Do we have a question of the day?
Question of the day. Okay, so what is the first thing you check when you go into a hotel room? Because the hotel room is a little strange environment, and you have kids.
Yep.
I have kids. What's the first thing you check?
Bathroom.
The bathroom.
The bathroom, because everyone's trying to go for modern and minimal, and I've got teenagers with personal care items. I have my own stuff. We need counter space. We need shelves and drawers. So I need to know how many towels are in that bathroom, and I need to know where we're going to put all of our stuff. So that's what I check first. And we always have to call for more towels.
Yeah. I mean, even if it's me by myself, I call for more towels.
Yeah.
You can never have really enough towels.
Yeah. You need the one for your head, and you need the one for your head.
Obviously, because I don't want my hair dripping everywhere.
Yeah. That'll be a problem.
Yeah.
What about you, Blake?
I'm going to say the lotion.
I can't. Pay-per-view TV just requires lotion.
I'm joking. No, I'm joking.
You got me.
You raised me well, Dad.
We're probably gonna be staying in a hotel. Now we're probably not.
Yeah,
Gonna be staying in
cancel
a
that
hotel
trip.
room. Yeah.
You were leaving this weekend
yeah.
up until about 5 seconds ago.
Yeah. I really wish I hadn't asked this question.
But for real though, the channel guide. See if there's anything good on there.
See what's available, and that
That's
I've
the
seen.
other side of that equation.
No, he starts there.
Yeah.
Lotion second.
Lotion might not be necessary.
And I'm with you. I check the bathroom.
Yeah.
I check the bathroom because I mean that's the most basic thing to clean, and then I check kind of the corners of the sheets
Yeah.
and see where they're at.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean the hotels we stay at are they have to meet the same criteria that I know the standard
That
other
your hotels, yeah.
I don't stay in those other hotels anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of spoiled now. So my job has currently spoiled me against cheap hotels now.
My dad has all kinds of like points and things, and so we typically travel with my parents, and they book us great places to stay. So
That's good.
it's rare for us to travel on our own or to have a budget experience. When we went to Peru, so that was just my family and me with my mother-in-law, and so we didn't speak the language of the websites, and so we're just having to try and do the best we can to vet these places without really, a great support structure for it.
Yeah.
So the hotel that we stayed in Cuzco, it was like multiple buildings had sort of been renovated and subsumed into this one hotel. So there's like an entrance on the street, and then you have to go like up the stairs and down the stairs and up the stairs and down the stairs and back and around and through the alley, and then you're at your room.
And then you're at your hotel.
And so there were some rooms that were like converted storage spaces under stairs that had a half door that you had to, it was like a clown car. You would open it. A family of 4 was staying in that one, and it was a half door, and they had to like duck under the door and out. But once you got into the room, it was comfortable and it was functional. But you're at high altitude, and we had to go up and down, I think 5 sets of stairs to get to breakfast.
Oh wow!
And so it was like, if you could survive to get to breakfast, you could go out.
You like burned off the calories getting to breakfast, and then getting back away from breakfast.
Yeah,
You're like, I'm hungry again.
it was. Oh man, it was a lot, and so it was beautiful and very. It was very quaint and cozy and great spots
It's
for
great
pictures.
character as long as it's clean.
Yeah, but it was clean. I mean, they really took care of it. But you're looking at it like, wait, that's a room?
And a lot of countries like that, in the public bathrooms, they don't flush their toilet paper. And
yeah, they didn't.
yeah, they burn
asked
it.
you to not flush the toilet paper. It went into the trash can.
They burn it.
Yeah. It's pretty common in Central and South America that
Yeah,
you're not supposed to flush the toilet.
Yeah, if you're, if it's time to burn, it's not always the healthiest.
It's not always the nicest smell.
Yeah.
Yeah. They didn't. There was no
but if
evidence that they were.
But if you have Bonvoy points or if you have Hilton Honors points, I mean, those hotels are going to be pretty solid.
We typically are Hilton Honors Points family, but we didn't have Hilton Honors Points in Peru, so that was a little more. We only had to book one hotel because we stayed with my friend the rest of the time. But it was an interesting hotel. It was clean though.
Are you? And Robin says she cleans. Are you a cleaner before you?
When I had little babies that were, learning to walk, I would travel with Lysol and I would spray things down because you have more than one kid, and one of them is in that toddle stage where they're like half the time their hands are on the floor, half the time their hands are in their mouth. Like that's going to cause a 6-week cascade of everyone getting sick. And so when my kids were little, I definitely did. I'm a elderberry chews. We take elderberry chews whenever we travel, and we start taking it a couple of days before we leave on a trip. And so I'm the mom that's like handing out, take your zinc, take your elderberry. And that's cut down on that. But that was, when I had littles.
Yeah. And I do remove the comforter usually.
Yeah?
Yeah. Comforter does not always get cleaned.
Yeah. They
doesn't ours, but not in other hotels.
Especially like the old school comforters, like the quilted ones.
Yeah, the thick.
They're not washing those.
Yeah. No, we have machines that cost a lot of money
to clean your
the
covers.
steam and it actually fold.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh,
the
it
sheets.
folds too?
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to
About
go
an
see it.
$80,000 machine.
Oh, I want to see it.
At each one of the hotels. Yeah, we got them in each one. So
Can you take your home comforters to watch it?
No.
Just asking for a friend. I have on my guest bed, I had a coverlet that I can't wash. I don't have a machine big enough to wash it.
If I go to one of the hotels today, I'll take a picture of it.
Okay. All right. Now it's time for a quick check of the weather.
Hot again. So freaking hot.
It is. It's bad. That quick check of the weather brought to you by Bin 39. Discover one of St. Augustine's best kept secrets. Bin 39, tucked inside St. George Inn at the north end of St. George Street, with over 95 boutique wines, 50 of them rated 90 points or higher by Robert Parker. It's a perfect spot for a romantic date night or a relaxing after-work unwind. Sit by the glass or the bottle in a serene courtyard setting and enjoy live music Thursday through Sunday. Open daily from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Just stop by and say, I'll have what Irving's having. Bin 39, your taste to discover. Buckle up, baby. It's a Hit the Blakes traffic report.
Traffic is looking fine. It's very empty out there. Kind of.
Yeah, bottom left, I can't really see. The light's not great for that one.
Yeah.
But it looks pretty empty.
Can you drop the bottom?
I can indeed drop the bottom.
There you go.
Ooh. Now we need lotion again. It's pretty empty out there.
Drop it like it's hot. Yeah, it's dead.
Right.
Okay, well, that's good.
Slow Thursday.
People are waking up late. And it looks like it on the show, too.
All right. That hit the Blake's traffic report brought to you by Old Town Trolley. Climb aboard Old Town Trolley and experience over 500 years of history in the heart of St. Augustine. This fully narrated 90-minute tour features 22 convenient stops and covers more than 100 points of interest, including iconic landmarks like the Castillo de San Marcos, the Fountain of Youth, and Flagler's Historic Hotel. With open-air views and all-day hop-on, hop-off access, it's the most fun and flexible way to explore the nation's oldest city. Your ticket also includes free admission to the St. Augustine History Museum, and local St. Johns County residents ride free with a full fare guest through the Hometown Pass program at hometownpass.com. Old Town Trolley, the best way to see St. Augustine, one stop at a time. All right, moving into something near and dear to your heart, we've got Parnavidra Concert Hall ready to sing again after a $12.9 million in improvements. After more than 450 days of silence, the Parnavidra Concert Hall is back and bigger and better and ready to rock. This fully renovated venue officially reopened Wednesday to county officials and special guests, unveiling the results of the $12.9 million transformation that more than doubled the size of the original space. The first public performance will take place Friday night with the Dan Tyminski Band taking the stage in a long-awaited return to live music. Previously just 10,500 square feet, the concert hall now spans 25,500 square feet thanks to smart renovations and newly utilized space. The upgrade includes balcony seating, riser seats behind the floor, a larger lobby with more concession points, and a gift shop and kookaburra location in the front of the building. SJC Cultural Events, Inc., the nonprofit that manages the venue, along with St. Augustine Amphitheater, led the project with a focus on creating world-class experience for both patrons and artists. President Gabe Pellissier said the improvements solve many of the previous issues, like long concession lines and limited capacity, by increasing fan access and potential show revenue. The venue holds up to 1,100 fans for standing room events, allowing for bigger bookings and greater audience engagement. The hall now features a state-of-the-art La Acoustics L2D sound system, one of only 3 in the U.S., and top-tier acoustic engineering with local companies contributing throughout. Pellissier credits 93% local workforce for the project's on-time completion and success. While profit isn't the sole goal, the SJC Cultural Events is a nonprofit. Officials say the concert hall and amphitheater already bring in $54 million a year to St. Johns County, and that figure is expected to grow. In 2023, the concert hall hosted 88 concerts and nearly 39,000 tickets sold. Going forward, the plan is to nearly double that to 180 shows per year. Friends of the Parnavidra Concert Hall president, Jerry Wilson, says the upgrades go far beyond entertainment. They open the door to community programs, educational outreach, and tourism growth. As Wilson put it, this venue is a springboard. We have a responsibility to our community to be ambitious. So you got to do walkthroughs and interviews with Gabe. How does it look? How does it feel?
It's absolutely beautiful, and I'm very proud of Gabe and the entire team over there. What they did, we had a vision 14 years ago when we walked in, and it came. Ponte Vedra Concert Hall came to be out of the recession of like the 2009 era. We got money taken from us. There were supposed to be community centers with pools in like every corner of the of the county. So there was supposed to be 5 of them, just like Solomon Calhoun Center.
Okay.
So there's supposed to be one in Hastings. There's supposed to be one in World Golf Village. There's supposed to be. This was where the one in Ponte Vedra was going to be. It's supposed to be one in the Jordan Creek area. When that money got pulled because of the recession, we had to figure out a way to make money with the property that we owned. And we owned the church. We walked in. There was a baptismal there. The sound was awful. And we made the best of what we could do. But we drew up drawings that are similar to this, but what they did, and they took it and put it on steroids. It's absolutely amazing.
That's awesome.
The rising seats in the back are incredible. We were able to sit in them and listen to some sound. But it's going to be an exciting place. There's a soft opening tonight, and I'm getting to go up there and listen to the band that's playing tomorrow night. I think he's doing a small set.
Would you like to see a before and after photo? I already flashed it up. So before is on the left side, after is on the right side, and then like the big thing that you can see is like the balconies, the permanent seating in the back, and just like a lot more space up. Are like in the main hall as well.
The balcony seats are incredible. It feels like you're actually on stage.
That's so cool.
So
it's primarily standing room on the floor, and then seatings in the balcony. In the back?
It's both. You can't have seated. You can have a seated event, and then you can have a standing / seated event, because the seats in the back are permanent. The balconies are permanent, but the room. The flat area directly in front of the stage it can be seated or a standing.
Very cool.
So
awesome.
And it changes like the difference between like 630, I think, to almost 1,200 if it's standing.
Wow.
So
that's awesome.
And Joy actually did have a question in the comments about the concert hall, and she asked if she wonders if the concert hall will still be an elections precinct for upcoming elections.
The concert hall, I'm sure, will still be, because I think they did that in the section where the old schoolhouse used to be. So I'm not sure exactly where they did it, but when I was there, that was in the old schoolhouse where they did the election stuff.
Right on. Very cool. Well, congratulations, everybody involved with Ponte Vedra Concert Hall. That is awesome. All right. Dog attack ratchets up tensions over Airbnb-style rentals in St. Augustine neighborhood. Frustration is mounting in one of St. Augustine neighborhoods after a chaotic dog attack outside a short-term rental home raised new concerns about safety and oversight. A resident on Twine Street says she and her 2 leashed dogs were attacked by 3 loose dogs that escaped from a nearby short-term rental, one of about 10 STR properties on the block. The incident happened around 5:30 p.m. when 2 small dogs reportedly darted out of an unfenced backyard and began jumping on her pet. A third dog, described as a medium-sized bully mix, joined in, circling and lunging at them. A nearby neighbor and their 2 young daughters were in a car during the incident. They jumped in to help, only for 2 of the attacking dogs to leap into their vehicle and go after their own dog in the back seat. Fortunately, the children were not harmed, but the scene left residents shaken. The woman who was walking her dogs told officials that one of her pets limped away from the encounter, and she's now demanding action. In a letter to city officials, she wrote, "This could have ended much worse. We deserve safe, livable neighborhoods, not ones compromised by absentee owners and unenforced ordinances." She noted that the property is listed as pet friendly, but lacks a secure fence or gate. Photos she provided show patio chairs being used as makeshift barriers, allowing the dogs to escape into the street. She says she asked the property manager for vaccination records for the dogs involved, but has yet to receive any confirmation. City code enforcement responded that pet policies are left to the discretion of the owner or manager and not directly governed by the city. The resident is now calling for a formal investigation into possible animal control and code violations and stronger enforcement of STR regulations in residential neighborhoods. She told the Citizen that the growing number of short-term rentals has already pushed out several frustrated neighbors. They have moved out. The city of St. Augustine has not yet publicly responded to the incident. This is terrifying.
Yeah, and then I'm torn on this one because, I mean, there's property rights issues and stuff like that. This is just a bad dog owner. It is on, unfortunately, there is some responsibility for probably the person with the Airbnb that owns the property. But this is just a bad dog owner who let their dogs do that.
Yeah.
So, and our dogs play in the front yard, but they don't leave our yard. So they don't leave our yard. And so, I mean, and that's, and I know we get some dirty looks from certain people, but our dogs are pretty well trained and they just don't leave the yard.
Yeah.
You know, our dog's trained better than your dog. But you know, this one, I think the responsibility should fall on the dog owner. And you know, traveling with 3 dogs is a challenge, and
that is a challenge.
I've never been a person that's like, okay, let's travel with the dog, unless we're in the RV. You know, and we have full control over it. But I usually don't take a dog on a trip with us.
Yeah. So,
and your dogs would be impossible almost to take on trips.
I mean, I wouldn't even try. I mean, 2 Great Danes in a vehicle, my kids are going to complain that they're breathing on them the whole time. And
drooling
that's just
on them.
not going to be something that's going to add to my enjoyment of the vacation.
Yeah.
But my brother and his wife, they have 2 Chihuahuas and they do travel with them a lot. They stay in Airbnbs so that they can travel with their dogs. They never go out not on the leash. They're Chihuahuas, so they're either on the leash or in their arms. And, you know, one of them is very, very sweet and the other one is a Chihuahua.
Has that attitude.
A fairly nice Chihuahua, but she is a Chihuahua. She's nervous and
got a lot of anxiety.
Yeah. And so, I mean, when they do travel with them, they have them pretty much hepped up on Goofball's anti-anxiety medication anyway. So they're just kind of like, they're just kind of there.
But that's why their tongue hangs out.
Yeah. But what my concern with the Airbnb is that this isn't my brother and sister-in-law, but some people travel because their dogs aren't caught up on vaccinations and proper annual health visits, and they can't board their dogs as a result. So if you don't have those vaccination records and an animal staying on your property and that dog gets another dog sick, what's the liability there? Is it shared with because property manager's not coughing up these health records, and now we have an animal, at least one animal, possibly 2, that received bites from these dogs. Yeah.
No. I mean, there's, you know, and I'm not a dog park person either.
Yeah.
So, because I just, you know, it's not the dogs I have a problem with. It's the owners, the responsibilities and where they're at and which ones. And my dogs are very active dogs. So, I mean, and they're not very big, but I mean, they would be like, you know, and they're tough dogs. They'll stand their own too. So I just, to avoid all that, I stay away from the dog parks.
I had to give up on dog parks early as a, you know, adult dog owner, because I have Great Danes or a Great Dane mix my whole adult life. And you have people there with their dogs and their kids, and the kids who've never seen a dog that size before immediately try and saddle up my dog and like stand on them or sit on their back like they're a pony. And the parents do nothing.
Yeah.
So that's my primary reason for not going to a dog park, is I can't be on the other side of a large park with a parent allowing their kid to like saddle up my dog and not saying anything about it.
And think so it's okay.
It's the people.
And they just think it's 100% the people.
Yeah.
So.
And so, yeah, that's why I had to give up on that. But this is just a crap situation all around. I mean, there are property rights, and people have the right to do these rentals. Should they? Most people that I know that do these don't allow pets because they said the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Like the dogs chew up and they destroy, and the pet deposit doesn't cover it, and then they're fighting with the owners to try and get reimbursement.
When I had Airbnbs, I did have a 20-pound dog restriction. You couldn't be over 20 pounds.
Yeah.
But I mean, I never had a problem like this.
Yeah.
So thank goodness.
Most of the
I don't
owners
have Airbnbs anymore.
Most of the owners I know have units on the beach, and they said that they would just come in from sand and water, and they would just wreck the furniture. Yeah. And then they couldn't do anything with the unit until they replaced the furniture, and so they just banned all dogs from all of their properties.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a touchy situation.
And Airbnbs are starting to lose their sizzle a little bit.
Yeah.
People are like, okay, it's easier just to know what you're getting with a hotel, like a major hotel brand.
Yeah, I definitely would agree to that assessment. Like a lot of young people are like, okay, like sure, they might be like a little bit cheaper, like at the surface level, but then you also have like your cleaning fee, you have your Airbnb fees, like you have like a lot of fees like on top.
Plus,
of that.
you have to do all the cleaning and all of the
100%. Yeah, they leave you a checklist.
Yeah. Now, but then, so why do I have to have the cleaning fee then if I need to do the checklist? And then also, if I mess up one thing, oh, I'm sorry, it's a 1-star review.
Yeah.
And so no, the Airbnb's losing its sizzle compared to what it was 2 years ago.
Yeah, I'd agree on that. And also, if you watch true crime, like I get skeeved out about Airbnbs because it's way too easy for people to hide cameras in Airbnbs. I got kids. I'm not trying to do that.
Nope.
Yeah.
Plus they don't have free lotion as well.
Oh, God.
Gas Buddy Gas Report. Tell us in the comments what gas prices are looking like in your area. All right, we've got Sunoco on North Ponce de Leon Boulevard at $2.84. Shell at 216 Ponce de Leon Boulevard at $2.89. Sunoco on South Ponce is also $2.89. Shell at 146 King Street, $2.89. Owens on South Ponce de Leon Boulevard is $2.89. Shell on North Ponce de Leon Boulevard's at $2.95. Gate at Mizell Roads at $2.97. Gate at US 1 North is $2.99. Circle K on US 1 North is $3.08. And the Mobile and Circle K on South Ponce de Leon Boulevard is at $3.13. All right, that Gas Buddy Gas Report is brought to you by Chris Lucero Bail Bonds. Trouble with the law? Call the name St. Augustine has trusted for years. Chris Lucero Bail Bonds, available 24/7. Their experienced and compassionate team works fast to get you or your loved one out of jail and back home. From paperwork to release, they make the process simple, discreet, and stress-free. No judgment, just help when you need it most. When time matters, remember the name and the number. Chris Lucero Bail Bonds. It's 904-822-BAIL. That's 904-822-2245. Got live music today. Jim Lamb's at Milltop Tavern at noon. Jaja Flamenca is at Bin 39 Wine Bar at 1 o'clock. Zaza? Zaza Flamenca. I'm so sorry, Zaza. She's at Bin 39 Wine Bar at 1 o'clock. Edwin Barbosa is at La Cocina at the cellar upstairs at 1 p.m. Smoke and Joe Showers at Backyard Island Cafe at Meehan's at 3 o'clock. Craig Smith's at Bin 39 Wine Bar at 4 p.m. Vinny Jacobs is at Hurricane Grill and Wings at 5 o'clock. Alan Arenas at Oasis Deck and Restaurant at 5 o'clock. Trevor Compton's at St. Augustine Shores Golf Club at 5 o'clock. Doug Hyde, a.k.a. The Duggernaut, is at Marina Munch at 6 o'clock. Moro Family Band is at Plaza de la Constitucion at 6 o'clock. Cassidy Lee's at Cimarron Golf Club at 6 o'clock. Pasta Night with Dana Vocals is at Hilton Bayfront at 6 o'clock. Dewey Valles at Pelican Pub at 6 o'clock. Colin Costco's at Pesca Volano by Michael Lugo at 6 o'clock. Burn Units at Prohibition Kitchen at 6 o'clock. Claremont Duo is at Pierre's Pub at 6 o'clock. Waylon the Band is at Colonial Oak Music Park at 7 o'clock. The Grass is Dead is at Cafe 11 at 8 p.m. And closing out the night is Versa Vitale at Tradewinds Lounge at 9 o'clock. All right.
That's a big list.
That's a big list. That music report is brought to you by Fidus Roofing. When it comes to protecting your home trust, Fidus Roofing and Construction, voted best of St. Augustine every year since 2012. As a GAF Master Elite contractor, Fidus installs the GAF Lifetime Roofing System and expert metal roofs built to withstand Florida's toughest weather. From emergency repairs to full replacements, plus pavers and gutters, Fidus delivers quality, durability, and energy savings with every job. For Fidus Roofing, call 904-355-ROOF. That's 904-355-7663. Fidus Roofing, where trust is built from the top down. All right, tapping into the trends. I've got a hot topic for you. It might require some of that lotion that we keep hearing about. All right, so Sydney Sweeney.
Too much lotion talk today.
Sydney Sweeney is a lovely blonde lady. She's in everything right now. She's like the female Pedro Pascal. She's everywhere. She's selling soap. She's in movies. And now she's in an American Eagles ad.
Okay.
People are big mad about the American Eagles ad.
Okay.
So we have hot girl. We see mostly in most of the ads, about 75% of the ad is shot from the shoulders down. Mm-hmm. And the tagline is Sydney Sweeney's got great genes.
Okay.
Big mad.
Why are they mad?
Why are they mad is an excellent question. Sydney Sweeney's got great genes.
Okay. I mean, she's wearing jeans, right?
She's wearing jeans.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So why are
one of the ads, she talks about how genes are inherited traits and, you know, they're passed down from your parents, and Sydney Sweeney's got great genes.
Okay. I still don't get it. Why are they mad?
They're big mad because she's a hot, blonde-haired, blue-eyed girl talking about genes.
And she's not like trans or something? Is that what it is? Or
no.
It's because genetic conversations harken back to the 1930s, 1940s Germany with bad guys from World War II.
That is so 100%. Stupid.
My thing is these.
Oh my gosh!
It's almost universally women that are complaining about this online, and
because you don't look that good in those jeans.
100%. 100% is that they look at that ad, feel bad about themselves. So guys from World War II.
Sorry, you got blessed with bad genes. She got good genes.
Got good genes.
Yeah, get better genes.
And so, yes, this is, some people are tying it back to the Calvin Klein Brooke Shields ads, because
which was very successful.
It was very successful, but it was also controversial. And there you have like a 14-year-old just wearing a shirt, and she pulls on her jeans, and she kind of goes down the sort of evolution, genes, inherited traits kind of talking points, as well as she's putting on a pair of jeans. And so they're kind of tying it to that ad, and they're saying that it's like,
I can tell you,
it's predator coded.
I'm so out of it. I didn't even know this thing was existing out there. And this is,
well, now you're going to have to do your research, and you're going to have to report back to us on whether or not you like the ad.
Yeah. So I can tell you, I like the ad already because it pisses people off.
Yeah. So this is what's happening.
The ad's working because we're talking about it, and you know, so the ad's already working.
Exactly.
You know, so it did its part. So ad company, good job. Yeah. Thumbs up.
So whoever did this ad, unlike the person that did the Bud Light campaign a few years ago, they're getting a raise because they were trying to reinvigorate their ad campaigns, especially on TikTok and things like that. And these people just handed them the biggest win.
Karens.
Oh my word, it's hilarious. It's the Barbara Streisand effect of people that would have had no problem with this ad, and it would have just been a flash in the pan. And now you're going to have families that take their kids to American Eagle just because they don't want to support the other people that are mad about it.
Well, American Eagle's had some other problems too, haven't they? Didn't they have some manufacturing issues?
I'm not
sure. Got some controversy got caught up with that too. So that was probably about 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah, maybe.
So, and I don't know if it was false or not. So I just know they got slandered. I think there's an American Eagle Target out there.
Maybe. So the stock for American Eagle, if you look, it skyrocketed.
Yeah, hopefully
once this ad hit, and people started talking about it everywhere. So it's been all over my timeline. So I had to bring it up. Since people are claiming also the name American Eagle, that's also a dog whistle. Evidently, she has a German Shepherd, which is her dog featured in some of the ads. So they're like, it's so obvious.
There's two different types of German Shepherds. There is an American breed of German Shepherd, and then there's a German Shepherd. The American breed of German Shepherd, how you can tell, has more of a flat back. The German breed, the hind legs are crouched a little bit.
Okay.
So like if you look in
so they're more like the Palatka tilt trucks.
Yeah, they look more like the Palatka tilt trucks. Right. So the German Shepherds that are, from Germany, their hind legs are a little lower.
You mostly see the face. See, it's a puppy.
Oh my gosh, that's her. They're complaining about her dog.
Her dog being in the ad because it's German and eagles in the name. And her wait for
these people need a life.
Sydney Sweeney's initials are SS.
Okay.
This was all intentional. I'm not kidding. I have seen people make these arguments.
These people are so ridiculous.
Okay, there's a limit to woke that you could do. Like, you have gone way too far. Like, I understand, like, human compassion and all that, but come on.
Yeah,
oh, my word.
Thank you for making us Democrats look like shit over here. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But this is just the extremism.
It's so crazy.
The extremism of it, and I thought it was because she, wasn't trans or wasn't this or that, and
they're also mad about that.
Yeah,
because this harkens back to patriarchy and all of that.
And she's a Caucasian, and so they were trying to, and you know what? I guarantee you the people that are complaining are probably white women.
Almost universally, yes.
Yes. Yeah. There was definitely a lot of complaints about that.
Almost universally. Just side note. Would you like to know how American Eagle started? It was founded by a Jewish family, Silverman brothers, Jerry and Mark, and it's currently being run by a very prominent member of the Jewish community, Jay Schottenstein. I'm sorry, I'm not going to say the name right. Schottenstein, maybe. They're the ones being accused of profiteering off of
German propaganda. Oh,
propaganda a la Goebbels.
Do some research out there.
Yeah, do a Google search, guys.
Yeah, do some research.
So that's what's trending today.
Okay. All right. Well, what's the actress's name?
Sydney Sweeney. You can remember because the SS.
No, I don't know who she is.
Well, part of what they were complaining about is that she's blonde hair and blue eyes. I'm like, guys, 75% of the ad, you don't see her hair or her eyes. You see her boobs and her butt.
Doesn't matter.
That's it. No one noticed that she's blonde and blue eyes. I can just tell you, everybody's looking elsewhere. She has other attributes. They didn't notice until you pointed it out. And then they're like, oh yeah, her eyes are blue. All right.
Wow. Get a life.
I thought you'd like that one.
Yeah.
Moving back into the news. Activists ramping up pressure on St. Augustine's horse carriage industry as operators push back. A new petition circulating in St. Augustine is calling for the city to reevaluate its horse-drawn carriage industry, raising concerns over traffic congestion and the welfare of animals involved. Launched by a local resident, the petition has gathered 381 signatures since last month and coincides with an increase in public comments from critics saying during city commission meetings. The petition urges city leaders to consider modern, humane, and efficient alternatives that could enrich the tourist experience without further burdening downtown streets. It points to major events like Nights of Lights, arguing that horse-drawn carriages exacerbate traffic congestion, especially in high-traffic corridors like San Marco Avenue. The petition states, as traffic in our town has increased exponentially, it is unnatural for a horse to navigate in a sea of traffic. Animal welfare is also a central focus. The petition describes carriage rides as an antiquated mode of transportation and voices concern about horses working long hours in Florida's heat and humidity. However, a veteran carriage driver interviewed by the Citizen pushed back on those claims. Horses have been on these streets long before these people got here, he said. The carriages...
I'm like, that was going to be like, the people complaining, when did you get here?
Yeah. The carriages are part of what gives St. Augustine its charm. Is there room for some changes? Maybe, but they're going too far on this. How about less cars, more horses? While the petition acknowledges the value of preserving local heritage, it argues that doing so should not come at the expense of our town's well-being or the inhumane treatment of animals.
These animals are not.
Yeah.
treated inhumanely.
Among the suggested alternatives are guided walking tours. People are riding because they don't want to walk. I'm just saying. Bike tours, trolleys, and golf cart tours, all pitched as ways to celebrate St. Augustine's unique character without adding strain to the city's infrastructure or animals. City leaders have not yet issued a formal response to the petition.
I hope they don't.
This is people that would also be mad about Sydney's.
Yeah, they're the same ones on the jeans thing. Okay, I'm not sure when you got here.
Yeah.
Okay, but those horses were here when I got here in '87, and I bet I beat you here by 20 years.
Probably.
So, get a life. Get a life. These horses are well taken care of. I have friends that are carriage people, and these horses are well taken care of. This is, why wouldn't you take care? This is their livelihood.
Of course.
So you're going to take care of the horse that provides you your salary. Absolutely. You're going to take care of that.
Yeah.
And it's come on. This argument didn't just start today.
No.
It's been around pretty much since I've been here. I mean, they did get there's always room for improvement. There's water hoses now on the waterfront that didn't used to be there. Yep. They used to have to bring the water to them, and they actually have the hoses and some of those situations to keep the horses in good shape. But these horses are not. They're healthy horses, and they're bred to pull carriages.
Yes.
A lot of these are Amish horses, and they're bred to pull carriages. This is what
the load that they're pulling.
They are working horses.
The load that they're pulling is very minimal compared to what they'd be working on a farm.
Oh, it's so much less.
It's a minimal strain compared to what they would be working if they had a job anywhere else.
These horses are making fun of their family horses that actually had to stay on the farm.
Exactly.
They're like, oh, you got one of those cush jobs in St. Augustine.
These are the big city horses,
Yeah, so I mean, these horses were bred for that. I mean, I feel bad. I have a working dog that we keep in the house.
Yeah,
and it should be out there working.
Because that's where you get anxiety issues, and that's where you get behavior issues. Is if an animal it's kind of in their genes. There's the word again to do a certain task, and they're kind of robbed of that opportunity. That's where you get dogs chewing on couches and tearing up floors. Is because it has the energy and the drive to do something that it's not being allowed to do. And so that gets to be frustration and behavior problems. These horses are incredibly well treated. They're incredibly well trained. There was, I worked with a guy whose car was parallel parked on one of the side streets. He was at a bar, and a vehicle rear-ended a carriage that was there was nobody in it except for the driver and the person training the driver. This was a horse that was early in its training, and it bumped the back of the carriage, this car, and pushed the carriage into my friend's car, which is how I heard about it. The horse was so well trained that once he was loose, he immediately defaulted back. He just went right back to where they're trained to go back. Yeah. They have a home position. And so as soon as, this is something that's not in the usual, and the horse just went right back to home base and waited for the people to catch up to him.
Yeah, the horse knows its pattern.
Yeah. The horse knew exactly what to do. The horse was completely uninjured and very well. My friend's car was totaled because of the carriage, but the horse was good. These horses are amazing.
No, they'll be there when I'm gone. I feel, it was just something that continues to be a part of our dialect. And it's usually people that just move into town. They probably came from a city and never saw a horse in a carriage together. So, it's that person that's just wants to be over the top instead of doing something with their life, like really good and helping other people. They're doing this. And they see this as their mission. Your mission's just off.
Yeah.
Your energy might be right. Your mission's off.
Yeah. So. I mean, I feel like they're coming from a good place. It's just misdirected.
I do want to ask though, however, because I know there's going to be a lot of concern about the King Street Bridge closing down and like what traffic going to look like. Has there been any mention about how the trolley trains and now the horse carriages, if there's going to be any pre-approved route changes for them, or what's going to change for the routes of those services?
Well, I think, the movement of the horses definitely doesn't slow down traffic. The traffic slows down the horses in that situation. But the only thing that I know is a little bit different is they do allow the horses and the trolleys to go down High Hippolyta, and they don't allow cars to go down High Hippolyta on the high volume days. So that's the only thing. I don't know if that answered your question, Blake, but that's the only. But that was there last year too.
Yeah.
So I haven't seen any alternate routes for what I've seen in the literature that I've seen. So
I'm team horse-drawn carriage, and I do enjoy having them in town. And I've talked to a lot of the people that have the horses, and I know just enough about horses to know when one looks healthy.
Well, they are healthy, and Scott,
and great body conformation.
We have two Scotts that are both tour guides in the comments, and they do walking tours, and they're both saying leave the horses alone out there. I mean, and they know the health of the horses too, because they see it every day too. Yeah. So if these guys came to me and said, "Hey, we need to look at," then I look at it. Yeah. So because they're there every single day. They're not driving by in their BMW and saying, "Oh, those poor horses." Yeah.
Poor horses. They have leather straps on them, so that must be bad.
Yep.
No. They have a job. Things have jobs. It's okay for something to have a job.
Yeah.
All right.
Bobby said, "Send him down to Iberia."
All right. Moving into someone who should have gotten a job instead of what he did do. St. Augustine man accused of using fake email accounts, text to scam former client into giving him over $2 million, according to the DOJ. St. Augustine man is facing federal charges for his alleged role in a sophisticated fraud scheme that cost one of his victims more than $2 million. According to the U.S. Department of Justice, the suspect, identified as 42-year-old Eric James Stone, was indicted on Wednesday for orchestrating a long-running scam involving fake email addresses, fabricated text messages, and bogus legal communications. The indictment outlines how the fraud began in May of 2021 when one of Stone's former clients loaned him $30,000 through PayPal with a signed agreement that Stone would repay the amount plus interest by the end of the month. But according to federal investigators, that repayment never happened. Instead, Stone allegedly stayed in contact with the victim over a multi-year period, claiming that PayPal had launched an investigation into the original transaction, an excuse he used to delay repayment and request additional funds. Authorities say Stone created multiple fake accounts, including one posing as Florida State investigator, and sent the victim screenshots of fabricated text conversations with attorneys, all to further deceive and manipulate them. He even directed the victim to open new bank and financial accounts to facilitate further transactions. Altogether, the DOJ says Stone fraudulently induced the victim to make 613 separate transactions totaling over $2 million. Get a job, you bum.
Yeah, he could be a great salesperson. Just be honest. I mean, a lot of these criminals work harder being criminals than if they got an honest job. This guy sounds like he was a smart guy. He sounds like he's a very convincing guy. He sounds like a snake oil salesman. But you know what? Snake oil salesmen have a place in the workplace. Get a job as a salesperson. You'd make a lot of money. So
the case is being investigated by the IRS Criminal Investigation Division, the FBI, the U.S. Postal Inspection Service, and St. Johns County Sheriff's Office, among other agencies. The FBI's Jacksonville office is encouraging anyone who believes they may have been victimized by Stone to call 904-248-7000 or visit tips.fbi.gov to file a report. What a piece of trash. Just get a job.
Just get a job.
Just get a job.
Yeah. And Rebecca says, "Catch me if you can." Every time I see this story, I think of that movie. So.
Yeah. The modern day Catch Me If You Can.
Yeah.
All right, Troy, how do you want to check the comments today?
I will theatrically thumb through the thoughtful thoughts of the thoughtful followers. Thank you.
That theatrical thumbing is brought to you by B&S Signs. Want your business to get noticed?
Weird.
It does. It sounds like a Blake Lotion situation. Want your business to get noticed and stay that way? Turn to B&S Signs. Proudly family owned and serving St. Augustine for over 50 years. From bold vinyl lettering to towering pylon signs, they specialize in high quality custom signage built to last. Their expert team handles everything: design, installation, crane service, repairs, and maintenance with fast, responsive service that keeps your sign looking sharp. Make a lasting impression with B&S Signs. Visit bnssigns.com because when it comes to signs, they do it all. St. Augustine Handy House also brings you the theatrical thumbing. Need a custom or prefab portable building that's built to last? Come to St. Augustine Handy House, proudly owned by Troy Usina Enterprises and serving the community since 1988. With over 70 structures in stock, from sheds and barns to carports and offices, you'll find the perfect fit for your needs. Every building includes free delivery, leveling, and anchoring, plus easy financing options. And this July, when you purchase a Handy House, $100 will be donated to Unity Outreach of St. Augustine, helping provide mammograms and support for breast cancer patients right here in our community. Visit them on State Road 16, open Monday through Saturday, or call 904-823-9092. St. Augustine Handy House, where quality meets convenience and community matters. And I would like to apologize to the Usina family for my transition into that ad.
Good, Troy. Don't worry, he's got a sense of humor.
All right, Troy. Comments report.
He is the good Troy. All right. All right. So Wawa's at $2.94. Costco's at $2.59. Nick, the first thing he checks is the thermostat. I kind of check that too, but it's usually after the bathroom. Yeah. So it's when it is on the list. Yeah. Everyone's out there buying good jeans right now.
Bobby, report back on that good jeans ad campaign.
Good jeans. And I just want to say thank you. We had a lot of new commenters today, which was awesome. Great. And there are people that have been watching and they usually don't comment. But welcome into the Minion world section. There.
We love the comment
Appreciate you guys. So appreciate you guys commenting.
Awesome. So do we have a Stoidum stat today?
We do.
All right.
On this day, 1777, Marquis de Lafayette was given the rank of Major General. He came from France with zero pay. He against his family's wishes, and he helped us and was very instrumental. A huge hero in the Revolutionary War. And today was the day he actually got here and was, became a kind of a right-hand person for Washington. Yeah. So, the story of Lafayette and what he did for our country is pretty amazing. So, and he did it for free.
He really gave us a wrong impression of the French in battle.
Yeah. Well,
he represented his people well. They just didn't necessarily carry
the French in battle weren't the same after Napoleon.
That's true. That is true. All right, that's Stoidum Stat brought to you by St. August Pizza in downtown St. Augustine, right at the corner of Riberia and MLK. Get yourself a slice today and then head on down to Bin 39 and have a glass of wine, then go back and get another slice of pizza. Yeah. See, get your exercise.
Oh, they got a great cheese board at Bin 39 too, though. Ooh, so.
Well, get your pizza and then do the French.
Listen to Zaza.
Have a cheese board dessert.
Oh yeah, cheese on cheese.
It's the French way.
Doesn't make you a bad person.
It doesn't.
I have 12 cheeses in my fridge, so
we now have more because we went grocery shopping. I think we're right about 12 right now. Do we have plugs, Troy?
Plugs tonight. We got Bollocks tonight, and we should have just an amazing show. We've had some great discussions on Bollocks, so you guys stick around with me and Lenny. And
is Lenny depressed that there's not going to be a Governor Harris?
No, he actually doesn't see a whole lot of value on that side of it. So.
All right. Look, that Lenny, common ground.
Yeah.
Blake, do you have plugs?
No. All right. That's how we're going to end the show. No, we're not going to end the show like that. You got to come up with something better.
Don't forget to like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, subscribe to our YouTube and our Rumble. Bollocks tonight. We will see you tomorrow. Thumbs up, everybody.